Welcome back to Schmoozing with Span, the podcast where we talk all things niche, nosh in New York with just a little bit of chutzpah. Today, we have the one, the only, Amanda Burke, aka Bongs, aka she calls me Shmooly, aka we met in Austin, and we have a crazy story time that's been 2 years in the making. And here we are.
So honored to be here. So happy to be your first, I guess, long distance episode because you left me and no longer are in Austin. Also, fun fact, I'm originally from New York. Everyone here can tell that. It's pretty obvious. But I'm in Austin for lifer now.
I have this same issue where I think like I give soft Southern and then people are like, you literally sound straight out of New Jersey. I'm like, really? But I lived in New Orleans and Austin. I think I give soft Southern. But
no,
unfortunately,
literally also in the elevator, people are like, wait, you're not from New York. You said hi to me. And I was like, stop it. We could be nice too. You know, I'm putting a good face to the name.
No, literally. Well, now it's Q1 of the new year. So if you're not in sales, Q1 is January, February, March. And March means South by Southwest, where we met in Austin. South by Southwest, if you don't know, is like literally, it's my version of the Super Bowl. It's my version of Coachella. Like it is a networking fiasco of a lifetime. It's like the best weekend ever. And I literally drag all their bodices. That's vocab word of the week, bodice. I drag all my friends' bodices to event, bus, club, another club, bus. But today we're doing this virtually because this story is so important to share about our South by encounter. Amanda, actually, her boyfriend is a top charting podcaster, not like me. He's actually top charting. And so he helped her with the video on her end. So if hers looks better than mine, that's because I don't have a boyfriend.
What's I should have borrowed his like headphone equipment.
Wait, what's that song? That's
now
like,
I have my
I don't want a boyfriend. That's the song. Yeah, wait, why didn't you record in his studio and promote?
I know, I really should have. His sports studio, I don't know, because the vibes here are pretty nice. Now I'm trying to think of what song you were singing, but now I'm just thinking, I don't want to be anything other than what is that what you were?
That's what I was thinking. No. It's like, I don't want a boyfriend. Oh, Nice to Each Other, Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean, obviously.
Oh, okay. She got me into music. She got me into music. Well, obviously it was her because I don't know any other music.
No, that other song did.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
That got me into music. Right Love Me Not.
It was your... Yeah.
Just of how we know each other. Emily's her twin sister. I moved to Austin, became friends with Emily, and then I ended up like infiltrating their lives and went on their birthright trip. And Amanda and I met on birthright. And I didn't even know this until last year, but what did you think of me when you met me on birthright?
Wait, first of all, I forgot about that era when I had my spiritual orgasm. Remember everyone was making fun of me because I like sobbed through the Western Wall. Anyway. But I remember you were like, right? I remember you were like the most random person on the trip because like usually like you don't know that you're joining a crew, but anyway, you obviously like can make friends with everybody. But like we were all like really wrapped up in like, I don't know, like modest clothing. I don't think we were at the Western Wall yet, but like we were like next day or something. Actually, we were in Tiberias for so long. But anyway, I digress. You were wearing this like Skims outfit, like top, bottom, or like a tank top or something, like no bra. And we were all like, me and Rachel were like, do you see that girl's nipples? Like, it was so inappropriate, but it was so funny. And I remember I like said something to you. I was like, you're like, oh, this is built in. Like you said something like, this has built in. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be fucking hilarious. So that was kind of the start of my first impressions of you.
Wait, I don't even remember that, but I do remember your spiritual orgasm in J-Town because literally I was like, well, who would have known? Because now I move over Little Miss Sunshine. I'm Little Miss Modesty. Like, I love modesty now. Who knew? Back then.
Like, you would never wear that to the wall now.
Oh, my. I mean, I would never even wear that now, period. But soft modesty, shoulders or knees. That's where I'm at in 2026. But who knows in 2027? But that's hilarious. I don't even remember that. I remember, like, I don't know. I just remember, like, we roomed together immediately. And then they was like, oh, this is us. It's like, this is our crew.
Yep. You had a hater.
One of the girls on the trip, she like refused to room with me. Like she like had a mental breakdown about like it was like spying. It was like this whole thing because like I had COVID-19 basically, but like not everybody was sick. There was this girl that like spread out, like the girl who dropped her phone on the El Al. If you've never been on it, it's Spirit Airlines with tuna sandwiches. That's what it is.
I forgot that she dropped her phone day one. She lost her phone day one.
And they took it on the cart on the plane. Remember?
Oh my God. And then we landed. And then she got quarantined because she had COVID.
Wait, you called
So
me
she-
the most
remember?
random person on the trip. She was the most random person on the trip.
She was the most random, but she didn't stay for the whole trip. She got 2 days in.
The teacher?
Okay, fine. I guess there were some. Yeah. She's married now. One of them has a babe. One of them has a baby now. It's so
Wait,
nice.
there
Like,
was
we're exiting.
randoms. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. But it was
Whatever, it's
majority not
fine.
random. But that's the beauty of birthright.
BBB.
Go.
The arts.
Well, you were my adventure buddy. I miss you here. Like, other people didn't want to like do a lot of things. We would just always adventure around. It was so fun.
And our friends are very vocal about it. They literally call themselves the Rotters. Like, it's not even like we're hating on them. Like, they are like self-diagnosed Rotters, and we're self-diagnosed boppers. But right?
Bopper. Yeah, I like that.
But yes, speaking of like the arts, I guess I don't have the guitar or the voice or the dance, but I do have talent, period. And so we're gonna get into the story while you're all here. I know the
You have the
episode title.
chutzpah.
I have the chutzpah for this episode title. Alex Cooper knows me. Is that you? I know that's why you're here. Episode title. But let me tell you, kids, this story, like, it was 2 years ago, but it actually feels like yesterday. It's like I need to go get out there more because this is still my party facts. Like, anytime I'm anywhere, new, fresh audience, I love a fresh crowd. AKA new people. I'm like, you got to hear this story. Like, this is my story. It's right after, it was before Is It Breast Milk or Just Ronks? But basically, let's lay it out. Like we were saying, our friends are Rotters, we're boppers. Rotters less than boppers. So Alex Cooper posts when she had Unwell Network at the time, not trying to be triggering, but it was when the good old days, Madeline RG, Alex Earl, like, I don't know, it was just like Unwell was like really new and exciting.
Doing well.
Yes. And so they post like to sign up. I'm like waiting, like praying, like BH, Baruch Hashem, that I get into this event. But I never got the email. So our other friends are like, we're not going. And I see like, well, you guys can still show up even if you didn't get off the invite list, whatever. So we're like, we're still going to go anyways. Nobody wants to go because they're like, we're not going to get in. We don't want to wait in lines. So to set the scene, we're in East Austin, Cesar Chavez to be exact. And it's like this venue that literally doesn't exist. Like this place, it wasn't a venue hall before, right?
No, it was like a
It's
house
like
with like a neon peace sign. I think it was an event space, but like no, never before seen. It was right next to Cenote, rest in peace. Amazing little nook, a little cafe. Although I think it moved somewhere else, but it's just not the same vibe. But yeah, we would like, you'd pass it, but you wouldn't know it's there.
Exactly. So we're in line and obviously we're schmoozing. Like we're schmoozing with Span. Like we're whatever. So we meet our new besties, Faves.
I was late and you're like, don't worry, made friends. I remember being like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, don't worry, I'm here, made friends. And then I found you talking to these two guys. Okay, go. That
So
was
their
the lead
names
up.
are Faves and Michael, which like honestly, I'm gonna put visuals because like you honestly need a visual of like our four like our foursome. Like it just makes so much sense. So I always forget that like New Orleans is one of a kind. Like nowhere else can you drink in public. I always forget that. One time I was at what's that grocer that's like a convenience store in Austin that has like a cowboy. You know what I'm talking about? Tom Thumb, I think. One time I was in there and I bought a kombucha with liqueur, and they were like, ma'am, we're going to have to call the police. And I said, for what? What's going on in here? I thought like something was bad was happening. They're like, because you're drinking in public. I was like, oh my God, I forget not to do this. But it was like a hard kombucha. It doesn't even count. But everybody decided that night, like all the Unwell girls were like, we're in New Orleans. Like we're drinking. So everybody was going to Cenote across the street and buying alcohol and drinking in line. So we're like kind of drinking in line, like with Fabes and Michael, like blah, blah, blah. We didn't realize, like, time's flying. People are like, are you in? Are you in? We don't even see our phones. I mean, we're basically Amish. We have never had a phone or cellular device before.
Well, the Rotters are like giving us shit. Like it's a 3.5 hour line, and the Rotters are like,
but
oh,
we didn't
so glad we
know.
didn't come. Like you're probably having the worst time, but like we're already having the best time, and we're just in line waiting to see Alex Cooper at South by Southwest.
Exactly. So we don't realize 3.5 hours go by. All the Rotters think we're losers. The boppers think we're everything. We don't even know that our lives are about to be forever changed. So next thing you know, all of a sudden it's like I get a text, but I never saw the text being like, thank God we didn't go. She's coming out to meet all the losers in line. I didn't know we were said losers. All of a sudden, lights, cameras, action. It's Madeline Archie. It's Alex Earl.
Go.
I'm like, what's going on? All I'm hearing is screams from the back. It's like keeps going. Like we're already in line for no joke, 3.5 hours. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized, oh my God, they've hit capacity. So they're coming out to meet all the losers because it's been this long and it's insane. Next thing I know, Alex Cooper crosses our desk and we changed her life too. So it seemed in the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the way Alex was taking her sweet, sweet time, she was just going one after another. This is Alex Cooper I'm talking about because there was two Alexes at the moment, but like we won't be referring to other Alex. No hate, just like not part of the story. Although she was serving carbone pasta inside, like spoiler, we did get inside, and Alex Earl's like main character moment was she was serving pasta with Mario Carbone, which was like an interesting touch. A woman of the people. Alex Cooper is going down the line. The line itself, the vibes were immaculate because the women and gays in line were just so harmonious. We were just all vibing. We were all so happy. We were all like, oh, your outfit's so cute. Like everyone was just like, oh, the energy was amazing. And I was like, this is interesting. Because I didn't know what to expect. Like, I don't know, like the people could be bitchy. They could be like, I don't know. So she's going hug by hug. She's going hug by hug, having deep conversations with girls. A girl behind us came by. Alex was like, are you here by yourself? And the girl was like, yeah, I'm here, but I made friends. And Alex goes, come right in. Brings her to the front of the line. She gets to go in. Like, it was a beautiful moment. And then we're like, okay, we don't want phone for this. We wanted to be in the moment. We didn't want any phone for what was about to happen.
We're back.
I think we should like disclaimer that we're using like the FaceTime feature of this like podcast recording app. And it's like really glitchy. We're not going to say the name of it just in case they want to sponsor you in the future. So like, I don't want to hurt your chances. But like, we should put that in there so that like almost like an ad break, but like a disclaimer break if that's why, if vibes seem a little off, if stories sound a little glitchy, like that's why.
Trust us, we're great storytellers. We're great storytellers and we have great chemistry, trust me. It's not us, it's the interwebs. Like it's literally the interwebs. It's actually exhausting living this generation.
It's not us, it's them.
It's not, I'm breaking off with you. It's not you, it's me.
Like, it's probably AI.
Oh, I can't. I mean, AI also, I'm open. Gemini, I'm open. I don't know. But basically, I would like to partner with colostrum first because of is it breast milk or just rocks or clear. But after that, I'll partner with like something niche and fabulous. But going back, so I'm schmoozing with Lauren. I'm talking about Tulane, blah, blah, blah. But also in hindsight, who knew she was the producer of Call Her Daddy? Then we just thought she was like traveling with her. At the time she was the producer, I should have schmoozed her harder. I thought she was just her friend. I could have like, but Kabbalah, it's okay. It was all meant to be the way it was.
No. And it's not a coulda. We treated her as one of our own, one of our friends. I feel like it was almost like even
a manager.
Like, as in it was just like, we didn't give her, maybe some other people passed on her, but she's just as famous to us. Like, and just as kind and approachable. So
kind and approachable.
Anywho.
So all of a sudden, Alex Cooper crosses our desk. I mean, we crossed hers too. And she's like, oh my God, are you guys besties? And we're like, no, we're just line besties. Like we're trauma bonded 3.5 hours, but like, this is not trauma for us. This is like the best day ever. And then she looks at us like double take and she goes, are you guys sisters? No, we're just Jews. I don't know why I said that, but like,
we're just Jews.
She goes, oh my God, I'm marrying one. She goes, where's my Jewish husband? And she like calls him down. Also, well, we'll get to it, but this girl in line, basically, like we were saying, everybody's for the people. We were networking with the back of the bus, not the front of the bus, aka front and back of line. And the front of the bus, she was like, do you want the video? I said, video of what? She goes, I got that whole thing on video. That's why we know every detail to the core. Like, this is all accurate because it was my bedtime routine for like a year, watching it every night. Basically, when I watched the video, Bexon Barrios was laughing at my joke, BB, before I didn't even know he was there. Like, I was so honed in on like schmoozing with the talent. Like I didn't know he was there until I rewatched the video, and I'm like, wait, this is hilarious. And I didn't even know until somebody pointed out to me. So she goes, "Oh my God, I'm marrying one. Where's my Jewish husband?" He comes over. Amanda, talk about the way he put his hands on my shoulder.
Okay. So like, I'm glad there's footage of this because I wasn't sure if like I believe like it was too good to imagine. Like it was like as if old pals were coming. It was as if you guys were birthright friends. Like
High
genuinely, like
school
you guys met on
reunion.
birthright, and he was seeing you from a long and he puts his arm around you like you're just not in like a Me Too way, not in an inappropriate way, just good old pals. And he's like, member of the tribe. It was like this instant bond connection. And then there's this picture which I will flash up where I'm like, talk about girl, talk about one for the girls, one for the pals. I am, those like memes that it's like how I think I look in the picture versus how I actually look. I'm like so like beaming for you about how like they're because you're talking, you're giving performance of a lifetime. You're just like schmoozing as per usual, and they're captivated by you. And it was, I'm like, don't you have other line mates to go talk to? Like, it was as if they didn't have other places to be, and they just were there in that moment. And that's kind of when we fell in love.
Time was frozen, indeed. So he puts his hand on my shoulder and she's drunk and I'm trying to close business. So I'm ignoring her because I'm like, I need to work it on well. Like I'm not leaving without getting a job there once I knew we were in. So then she's talking to us, whatever. I was like, she kept saying, "You're a genius. You're a genius." She said it 3 times and she said, "You have so much to give." And she's touching me. I'm ignoring her. I'm talking to Matt. I'm like, seriously, I'll move to LA tomorrow. I really want to work it on well. Like I have a concept, but also mind you, it's that at the time, which I'll dive deeper into, like after we tell the full story, is like, I wanted to get into the podcast industry on the backside, like the business strategy sales side. I didn't want my own podcast at the time. It was like that all my friends call me schmoozing with spam because all I'm doing is schmoozing. And like, I talk so much. So they're all like, you should have a podcast like about schmoozing with spam. But it wasn't like actually like, oh, I like want to start this podcast. It was just like a concept, but not like I want to work on the back end. So Amanda kept being like, she's a schmoo, like she's Suzanne. Amanda and Alex are hyping me up. I'm just talking to Matt. It looks like we're at like, I'm on a date with him and you guys are like my two best friends.
No, literally.
I'm like, no, seriously, I'll move to LA tomorrow. Like, don't tempt me with a good time. Like, they don't realize how mentally ill I am at this point also, like that I actually would have packed my 2 fellas that night, aka duffels, and said ciao. But instead, so then they're like, you need to talk to our CMO. Next thing is CMO comes over. I'm like, I really want to work it on well. I have a concept. They're like, talk to TJ. He's the CMO. He goes, okay, email this. And I'm like, emailing doesn't get you anywhere nowadays. Like, you gotta like really like, you gotta get on your hands and feet and like really try. So then lights, camera, action, security pulls them away. We're like freaking out. Like, that was magical beyond. Oh, and then Amanda kept going, so we call her schmoozing with spam and schmoozing. Like she's like selling me, like she's my talent agent.
I asked. Also, this is why Sam had me on this podcast because, like, not just like because I was there, but like because I was there to just like attest to all of this happened. And also, like, we know Schmooze, we know Sam at this point, we know Shmooly, and like some of it sounds delusional, but I'm gonna tell you, like, this all happened. Everything she says is facts. Vetting.
Period. Things
as you were. Carry on.
So the girl online then afterwards like, do you want it on video? Then it was actually my bedtime routine for months. I sent it to everyone and their mother. What's your favorite part? What's your least favorite? Blah, blah, blah. Like everybody's like, my favorite part is that you're ignoring her and schmoozing your husband. I'm like, well, I'm trying to get into showbiz. So then, what was that like play? Oh, so then let's talk about when we get in. So we get in high school reunion. Matt's actually talking to somebody that's actually in showbiz. Like, I think this guy was like a big wig in showbiz. We go over like high school reunion. This guy also thought we were talent because the way we bear hugged him when we got in finally, like another hour later, was hilarious. And then we just felt like we were VIP at the party. Like we felt like everyone knew, but like nobody knew, but we felt so good. Like I've never done drugs, but that's what I imagine they would feel like. Like that's the euphoria. And then
also, like, little did we know, like, Mark Cuban was like in that hut, the VIP room or something, right?
Yeah,
did we find that out the next day?
Yes. Like a lot of celebs, low key, but Mark for sure. So then Alex Earl serving us carbone pasta. Like life is
You
just
could have sold it. I'm
normal.
like, is shark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just another day. Like at camp, they say just another day at Camp Matoka. That's what it felt like. What was that place we ended up going to? Oh, we're hanging out with Michael and Fabes in there. It's like the friend group. Like we all look like the four of us like went there together intentionally. What was that place we went to after? We went to like Mexican food on Cesar Chavez. We're like kind of drunk in there.
It starts with a G and it's like neon pink almost. And it's like, don't
Yeah.
go in there. But it's like
Yes.
the only thing that's open late at night. So we did. I don't remember leaving. I remember, well, I wasn't hungry because I ate pasta served by Alex Earl. The portions were really small. I definitely had some after that. But there was also like all these like fun drinks and stuff. I don't remember I don't remember leaving. I don't remember leaving, honestly.
I wish we never left. I wish I was still there. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
did we?
Did we?
Mentally, we're still there. Although I don't think that building's still there. Yes, it is.
Really? It has to be. It's so vintage. Vintage.
Okay. So I don't remember us going to sleep that night, but like we thought that was the peak. We thought that's where we like I didn't personally. I thought that was the ending. That was truly just the beginning. You took it to a whole other level of dedication, of grit and resilience. Take it away of how what you did next.
I thought you meant that was the end of that, or because I was thinking the end of life, and I was like, yeah, me too. I thought like I don't even need to wake up tomorrow.
No.
Life's too good. But then you really changed it up on me right now. So then next day so then basically like the Thursday through Saturday, from what I remember, was like parties. It was like themes like Harry Jazzy Rodeo, Alex Earl, this, like blah, blah, blah. But we were just there for Mrs. Cooper. But then on Monday, it was Matt's time to shine, and nobody gives Matt the time of day. So he owns a company called Ace Entertainment. He makes all those like really good cringy movies on Netflix, like To All the Boys I Loved Before, XO Kitty, like all these things that I like, whatever. So it's a Monday. At the time, I'm working in tech sales remote in Austin. So I'm giving like that stereotypical, like I'm going to go walk 10K steps and go play pickleball and then like kind of work for a few hours. So I'm like, perfect. I can go to this event, but nobody else is going to, whatever. So I go on Monday. So I'm like, oh, well, before this. So the proper hotels in Austin and LA and wherever else they are, they have these beds that are kind of iconic, like they're arched. So I knew where she was staying based off the bed. Like, I'm like, whatever. So after I'm like asking everybody, I'm like, well, what do I do from here? And people are like, what do you mean? What do you do from here? Like, you just, you soak up the good memory. I'm like, no, this is just the beginning. I'm not leaving without a job. So I'm going to go to the hotel and leave copies of my resume. But then I'm like, that's really creepy. And like, they're definitely not going to give it to them. So I go to like this version of Staples. I don't even think Staples exists in Austin. I go there, I print out hard copies of my resume, and I'm like, I'm going to hand deliver them by foot on Monday. This is the plan. After print out hard copies of the resume, I go back and I'm like, at this point, I deserve workers' compensation. I've been standing on my hands and feet for 3.5 hours Friday, another 2 hours Monday. But like we were saying, the vibes, the community are so good. Like these people are the best people on earth. So everybody, I'm telling them the story in line, and I'm like, wait, telling them the story with my resume in hand, people are starting to let me cut the line because people are like, oh my God, she's on a mission. Like people are letting me cut on Monday. So it only ends up being like an hour, which was fine because you can't cut everybody. Finally, I get in.
Wait, also, weren't you working that day?
Yeah, but I was just saying it was like Austin. It was just a different life. I know I'm playing pickleball for 3. I'm,
Okay.
tech sales.
Mhm.
So I finally got in. And Matt and I, once again, high school reunion. It's also only 2 days later, but I'm like, well, Alex was so drunk. Like, I don't know. They were schmoozing with 1,000 people. Like, are they going to remember me? He's like, of course I remember you. You're the Jew. And then he put me up on the VIP platform where like Mark Cuban and them were the night before. And he calls for his assistant. He says, Francesca. And in my head, he said hither, but like, I don't think anyone uses the word hither. And so he's like, hither. I handed my resume. He's like, set up a Zoom with me, Sam, and the whole team. Like, we're going to find you a role here. But this is the interesting thing. He asked for my 5-year plan. I said, a 5-year plan? I think they were really shocked when they found out that I'm in tech sales because they obviously thought I was in showbiz. And they're like, what are you going to do with this? And at the time, I knew they were doing their ad sales through Spotify. And I know that when you get connected to a big company like that, it still doesn't even matter because it's like too many people and processes. So I'm like, I need to get in it on well, but I have no idea what I'm going to do there. And so I'm trying to figure it out, workshopping it. He's like, well, what about a producer? I said, perhaps. I didn't even know what a producer meant at the time. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, I don't know. I just really want to work it on well. And I have a concept and, I want to start on the back end, but, maybe one day schmoozing with Span, like, who knows? Like, whatever. So then I left and I'm texting everybody. I'm like, guys, you won't even believe it. I hands over my resume and I got an interview. Like, I made it. Like, I felt so good because, like, the grit and resilience I had been enduring the last 3 years of looking for jobs for 30 hours a week, like, this was the furthest I've gotten. And I was like, this is it for me.
You know what you got from that? Like, when you like either write like a joke in a group chat or like say something in the group chat, but like if you get a heart or a ha on every single one, like there's no better feeling than that. Like your message that you got an interview got every single heart in the group. I don't think that's ever happened before.
It was a weekend of a lifetime. So like Friday night, we're at the Alex Cooper event, or maybe the Alex Cooper event was on a Thursday night then. When was Slutty Shabbat?
Obviously on a Friday night. So
Oh,
then was it the night before?
Was the night before Slutty Shabbat?
I think so. And basically what Slutty Shabbat was South by Southwest was having a Shabbat. And we're like,
I don't even think ChatGPT was around because I'm like Googling what's a producer?
No.
Until was it around?
ChatGPT came around like 6 months ago.
Really? It wasn't around. That's what I'm saying. So I was Googling. I was old school. I was Google.
Right.
And I'm like, what does a producer do? I need to prep for this interview. So I ended up interviewing with the producer of Call Her Daddy, like the other producer, not Laren, because I didn't even know at the time about Laren. But if they put me on the phone with Laren, I would have closed business with that 2-lane connection. I made a whole list of like who I think should be on the show, like what shows I think she should go on, Alex, even though she doesn't really go on other people's shows, but now she does for like people on her network. So maybe she should be on Schmoozing with Span. Keep your eyes out. It's actually I've been so flattered because when I've been telling people, oh, I'm filming the Alex Cooper episode, people actually think she's coming on the show. Like 3 people have thought that.
Weird.
But people at Alex Cooper, like they like actually think she's coming on the show. And I'm like so flattered. I'm like, no, this is the episode with my friend Amanda and we talk about the South by Southwest story. But it's honestly an honor when people think that. But one day, mark my words, Alex Cooper will be on Schmoozing with Span will be on Alex Cooper somehow. There will be something. I feel it in my bones.
You mean on Call Her Daddy on Alex Cooper?
On Alex Cooper. I mean like on the network.
Maybe she'll rebrand. I don't know. Do you think she'll ever drop the name? No, right? What do you think?
No. She's not going to change the name, but like maybe change like the kind of people she's signing. I don't know.
It was pretty funny. Like in school, like I listened to the Michelle Obama episode the other day. So freaking good. And it was like so moving and it was so deep. And like, I think all the episodes, like we can find meaning in all of them. But like objectively, the picture is like kind of hilarious. Like the thumbnail picture and like the name Call Her Daddy. But like I'm in school for social work and I was like, everyone's all like, gloom and doom. There's a lot of like bad stuff happening in the world. But like I just felt so moved from the Call Her Daddy, like Michelle Obama, like hope section at the end about hope. So like I sent it in the group chat and I was like, with like a big group me of the whole program. And I was like, guys, so I just like was like trying to like hype up how meaningful it was. And I like hit send on the link and the thumbnail was just like Alex Cooper's tits. And I was like, Call Her Daddy. And I was like, I don't regret sending it, but like I definitely sent a message with my message by sending it around.
That's like me going to the Western Wall with my nipples out. I was sending a message that I didn't know.
Yes.
But I ended up interviewing with them once and then like I just never heard anything again. They were like, these are all great ideas, but like, we don't even have any roles open. I'm like, I know, but Matt told me he's going to find me a role. Like, I don't even know what I'm interviewing for. I'm the personality hire here. Like, I don't know, but I'm also the brains. Like, that's the thing is like, so now where are we now? Basically, at the time, like I wanted to get in on the back end on the business side. Like I literally would read the earnings reports every night of like Spotify, Sirius, like all the publicly traded companies. I read Pod News and Sounds Profitable every night. Like I'm schmoozing with every single person and their mother and all these companies. Like, right. Like reading all these crazy articles, sending these people these crazy things, going for coffee chats like 20 hours a week, like a true maniac. And like, so I've always been obsessed with the industry. And this was just like the way in. So then recently, like now I actually work in the industry, which took 3 years. And I started like 6 months ago. So I connected with Matt Kaplan on LinkedIn and he viewed my profile.
It took way more than 3 years
to get.
No offense. Yeah. They don't understand your grit and resilience to be in the industry.
You think longer?
You graduated college 5 years ago, 6
Oh
years ago,
yeah.
5,
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
and
it
you've been
started
working
before
ever
that during
since.
internships. Yeah, I know. Never mind.
Like
The
10
story was
years
like,
to get to
dude,
this.
I know. Never mind. Yeah. I feel young still.
No, hey, that's even
Okay.
better. Like, it's the climb, there's always going to be another mountain, but you'll
In
make it
Kabbalah,
move.
all challenges are opportunities, positive pleasure. Um. Oh, Matt, he viewed my profile on LinkedIn. I can't believe they don't pay for LinkedIn Premium. It showed that he viewed my profile. I'm shook. I just wanted him to know that, like, I'm doing okay.
Should I be on LinkedIn Premium? What is LinkedIn Premium?
Or there's a way you can pay, so
Is this
like,
an
or you could
ad?
like do a model. No. I mean, I pay for LinkedIn Premium, but like that's because I'm addicted to networking. That's actually who I would be my first brand that I would want to work with is LinkedIn for sure. But
Sam, my cousin just got a job at LinkedIn, so maybe I can hook you up with that.
wait, unbelievable. Is it cousin Justin?
No, no, it's definitely not. He did get a new job though, but no, this is a second cousin. He does live in New York though.
Is he
He did
talented?
get married last year.
Oh, never mind. You guys have
He's
so many cousins.
so we're Jewish. We have so many cousins.
We're Jewish. Of course, Matt Kaplan's my best friend. Then, like, now everybody's like, whatever. If only the Jews control the media, because I would be top charting on Spotify, top charting on Apple. I'd be working at Unwell. Dear Media would love me back. Like, it would just be crazy. I mean, at Dear Media, the last time I saw Lauren, she said to me, one thing about you. Oh, this was also during South by. Right before that, I had seen them. Oh, no, I saw them after. And Lauren was like, one thing about you is you always show up and show out. I goes like, that's the nicest way anyone's ever described a stalker ever. I just want people to know that I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Only ended a 7-year relationship, only left a job I was at for 4 years, only got rejected by these companies 5,000 times, but I'm actually doing great. Just nobody sees it. Or actually they do, maybe. Do they?
Yeah, you joined Kabbalah. You
A
started a new
soft call.
pod. You finally did the damn thing.
Oh, well, because I feel like I'm going to be like, that video where Alex Cooper goes with her entourage and like in the Hulu thing and she goes to her old apartment and the girls are there. And I feel like the schmoozing thing is going to end up being a landmark. Do you know what I mean? Where you go on a map and you're in LA and it's like Church of Scientology and then it's like Paris Hilton's house or something or whatever. That's what I feel like it's being like, oh, schmoozing with Span
Yeah.
was born there, like grit
I
and
love the
resilience,
examples that you
baby.
chose.
That's the goal. But seriously,
It's
like this
GN.
is
Oh my God, if you started if you started a parent company like Unwell, like it could be called GNR. And everyone's like, what does that mean? And that's like grit and resilience.
ooh,
Could be onto something.
kind of love that.
It sounds fancy.
And productions. I don't know. GNR Studios on a lot.
Would it be a studio? What do they call network? GNR network. No, that's giving like sports for some reason.
No, but studio
So
could be the
maybe
physical
we'll
place
take
where
that
we
up with
film.
boyfriend.
Crazy, but here we are now. I'm okay. I'm doing great in case they care. But I made it. Finally.
Can I ask,
We're
have
here.
you heard back from Unwell yet? What happened with the interviews in the end of the day?
Well, so I like did that one interview and I never heard anything. And then last year, actually last year, I applied for this one random role and this girl sent my resume to HR, like the marketing person. But for some reason, like I vibe with everybody, but I feel like me and him just couldn't catch a vibe. Like we just weren't vibing. And I was like, this is so weird. And he didn't like that I said I would do any role there. Like that I'm company focused and people focused versus role focused. Like I'm open. And it never went anywhere. But you know what? I think that this is the beginning of something here. Like this is going to cross Alex Cooper's desk. And I deeply feel that in my arthritis bones. And I'm not worried about it.
Thank you for sharing your health journey with your arthritis, by the way.
Shout out Leora.
I do want to go back to what you just said, get like kind of deep for a second about what you said about your pursuit of like wanting to join a company that you're passionate about or a field that you're passionate about, but like not knowing what role to be in. I think that's like where a lot of us, like we leave college, like we're told to like pursue our dreams. We're told to like do what you're passionate about. And like, great. Like for example, like I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare industry in some way. Like I knew I loved public health. Like I knew I wanted reproductive healthcare to be like something of mine, but like I didn't know what role to be in. I didn't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a consultant. I think consulting is like one of the funniest bits. Like, well, I don't know, like your company's like massive and failing, and then or like needs to lay off people, and they hire like a 21-year-old who has no experience in the industry to like tell you what to do. I don't get it. No hate. I'm consultants. Like, I just feel like you should be like older. Like, I'm confused. But anyway, I think that like for example, podcasts, like, you love this industry, but then you get shooed out by people that are like, define the role that you want. I'm like, I didn't know what an account manager was. No one tells us in college what an account associate, like what like words to look like what these roles are. And like we need more like guidance, but patience, but also people taking a chance on those that are like passionate about the industry, because then they just like give up on that kind of stuff because they're shooed out immediately. They're not given the chance and they go find something that is not in like to make money, and then they stay in finance. What? Who said that?
And how are you supposed
That's
to
my
get
little like
experience?
thing.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you supposed
Right.
to get experience if nobody will give you the time of day to get experience? I am so thankful that they like a million people go up to them and try to get a job and all this and that. But I am really grateful that they gave me an interview and like honestly, like let us have this amazing bit that we can like live with and talk about on a mic to the of podcasting. Have you seen all those things that they should make podcast equipment more expensive because the girlies, like everyone has a mic? That's what people
And
are
maybe
gonna
like
say.
we should invest because I mean, you have your studio when you don't have your virtual sessions here, your small
Yeah.
sessions, but like, which you should think of a name for what these should be. Like, obviously, like Alex has her
A
Sunday
sip and
sessions,
schmooze.
something Jewish.
Sip and schmooze.
Oh, I like that. I like a
I
sip
want
and
to
schmooze. So for this, I'm not sipping though. I guess I had water coming into it.
hydration.
All
On
this
what
to say too,
hydration?
like I want to take a moment as we wrap to talk about just like how cool Alex Cooper is and how much we value her and stan her. If people should talk Alex Cooper in any way, sometimes I'm like, you don't know her. I actually know her. Like
We
you know her.
do.
Like we met her. We saw her. Like she saw us. And that you can't fake that. Like people want to hate. People want to hate. If you're a girl, they want to hate another girl. They want to hate other women hating women. She just like what she exudes of like girl energy, like just be there for the girls. Like it's true. We witnessed it. We saw it. I'm sorry. Like we saw it firsthand. And it was beautiful. And that's what you're trying to do with your pod. Manifest that energy.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to bring joy and laughter, like an entertainment. And like if you're getting personally offended, it's most of the time projection, honestly. Like I resonate with that because I feel like I don't think I'm a judgmental person, but you realize once you start doing Kabbalah too, like I think not Kabbalah 2. I'm not at Kabbalah 2 yet. I'm in Kabbalah 1, but also you too. People would always send like, oh, this person's like TikTok or this person's Instagram, and you'd be like, oh, cringe, like everybody's making fun of it. But now when I see people, I'm like, oh, like that's so cool. Like, I think if anybody's doing anything, it's like awesome to put yourself out there. I like literally just started this and like I already started getting hate comments, like crazy, like anti-Semitic comments. And they said, thank God I'm not Jewish. You guys are so ugly. You guys, I'm the only girl in the room. It's like when somebody's like, something about the podcast, I'm like, oh, like meanwhile, like it's just me. Like we're top charting. Who? But
I don't know how you do it.
yeah, so I highly recommend, moral of the story is I highly recommend going to South by Southwest because you could change your life. I highly recommend moving to Austin knowing nobody. I mean, I didn't know anybody when I moved there. And now it's my second home basically, besides camp. Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet. For all the younger girlies that are like feeling down bad that they don't have like a friend group of like high school or college people, you can make so many friends post grad and people like to stick in their circles and stuff. But when you make friends post grad, like you're actually meeting people that you genuinely want to be friends with, not in a fixated, controlled group too. So that's just a note, right?
I love that. Thank you for reminding us of that. Like, yeah, we met post grad. I digress. I agree with that. I think I like had friends in high school. They stayed in high school. Obviously, twin sister consistent throughout, and then college. But yeah, moving to a new city.
Yeah.
I moved here. I moved to Austin 3.5 years after graduation. Where I lived in DC for a while, made new friends, and now I'm staying here. I don't know if I can handle any more. I can handle more.
Friends.
Meanwhile, like I'm in
Friends are
school and I already like made
cities.
friends, but I
Oh.
love making friends. I always say that and I'm like, nope, new friends. And I'm very, outgoing and love to like just talk to people. And yeah, but I love what you said about making friends in post grad life.
Yeah. Also, I highly recommend Austin, like moving there when you're like young and right out of college. It's like the easiest transition city from like post grad to real life. It's like a much easier than like a bigger city because it still feels like, I don't know, it's more approachable in terms of like transition wise from school. I don't know. That's just my POV. That's my hot take.
Yeah, no, it's
Hot
a
take.
perfect city. It's an amazing city. We were outside all the time. The culture is incredible. I love being in Texas. People are like, well, oh, aren't you scared to be there? No, I mean, we all make it work. And like, there's so much community here and we'll all find our ways. And it's just like, the world's also fucked up everywhere now. I'm looking at this. I'm literally looking outside at the sunset right now. It's so beautiful. When you were breast milk or just Francs, like I was the one that drove you to get the Francs and bring
Wait,
it to the airport.
we do it all together, the boppers. And where are the rotters this whole time? They're literally not.
Literally.
But guys, Bongs will be back. We're going to Sedona for her sister's bachelorette. So there'll be content there, I'm sure. The closing of the show. Oh, you're perfect for this because I'm trying to bring back this segment. But when I have on the interview guests, they can't handle it, this part. So let's do it. Let's take a word from Shmuley's vocabulary that's like one of the words I use that like you love or that you use a lot of your day to day. But I know you use a lot of my words.
I like actually have taken over your vocabulary entirely. The entire friend group uses perhaps. I mean, perhaps is like number one.
Yeah.
Perhaps we go to dinner tonight. Like, no, you just sing the Hanley brought back, perhaps. And then my absolute favorite, you mentioned at the beginning of this ep, which was bodice. Bodice. But I know everyone says bodice is their favorite. Perhaps. And then like, I stopped calling you Shmools, but Brad calls you Shmools like all the time. He's like, oh, are you recording Shmools podcast later? So that's just like another one.
But no one like actually ever calls me Shmools. Like it's like literally just here. Plug your handles quick. Like Shaq, you can like plug Leora if you want. Or whatever you want to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. I'd love to. Well, I'm here in Austin. As Sam mentioned, and why I love that she talked about her arthritis, because we love to talk about health stuff, is that I co-found a women's health femtech startup for women with chronic health conditions, matching them with patient advocates who can join them before, during, and after appointments. It's all virtual. Think like doula, but for comprehensive women's health care, specifically for women with chronic conditions who navigate it all alone. Because as we know, most of it like autoimmune and reproductive and endocrine and all of those full bodily systemic problems that many women face and have only get worse from stress. And what's the most stressful thing? Navigating the healthcare system by yourself. So it's like an endless cycle. And there's so much we can do. And it starts with like, I believe in real human connection still, not just AI, obviously like being tech enabled, but we match you with real humans. So it's called Leora Health. And we're in our pilot phase right now, and we'll be taking more members hopefully soon. But there's a wait list to sign up, a newsletter that's going to launch. We're doing some interviews and focus groups now.
Wait, we need to get the schmooze. There's a promo code.
Right now it's all free.
There's to skip the wait list.
You're right. Right now it's all free because we're training more of our advocates because we're at capacity now.
True.
But we're also trying to like prove that like this is something that deserves to be funded too. We have no funding yet, but that's in the works.
Oh, that's like a whole undertaking for that.
Yes, that's the summer's plan. But that's that. And then I'm not really probably launch a social too. And I was just listening to the sour milk episode, which was so good. And I was like taking away so many tips about like building out loud. And I think it's different when it's not a consumer product. I mean, it is technically patients are the consumers, and I think healthcare should be in the hands of like those who use it. Like I think that it's great that like it can be direct to consumer. It's not cool yet. I mean, it's cool. We want it to be there. But, like the brand's not there. Like I want to like. Eventually I'm going to want to like do things on social media with it. I just like I'm also in school and have an internship, and I don't have time for that right now because it's a full-time job. So maybe I'll hire an intern for it. So if you're interested in doing our social media,
comment in the show notes.
That could be cool. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll end it with ciao, schmoozers.
Oh, I miss you.
I miss you. This was fun.
Ciao, schmoozers. Happy Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Good job there, schmoozers.
Shabbat shalom, schmooze.